Thank you. As I promised you, for my first milestone, I would like to do something special. I would like to tell you a little bit more about me, about my passion, about my hobby, about us, technically. Because all of us, if you are here, we have the same kind of passions, the same kind of, love for our hobby. And this is the first reason why I started this channel almost 1 year ago. First of all, I would like to say sorry for the noise in the background. I don't want to edit this video at all. I want to be honest as much as I can in this video. So I would like to say, be gentle if you hear noise. It's part of this kind of video that I would like to offer you and that I hope that you will enjoy. So let's talk a little bit about the MDM, me. I started playing roleplay game a long time ago with Dungeons and Dragons, and during all those years I was so lucky, because I think I am one of the few really lucky people that they can still play with the original group, with the original friends from the childhood, sharing stories, sharing adventures, sharing experience, sharing such a great time together. So my very first thank you is for them, because without them, without their support, without their trust in me as GM, as Dungeon Master, as host of the game, without them, for sure I can't be here. So thank you guys. Grazie ragazzi. But going ahead with the story, because I don't want to be, boring or mellow. So going ahead with the story, in the same time when I was starting to play Dungeons and Dragons for the first time back in the 87, so I start to collect my very first miniatures, my very first models, and I start to painting with really bad results, like all of us at the beginning, and I start crafting my very first scenarios or terrains. I'm talking about small hills or small ruins and stuff like this. I mean, nothing fancy, nothing, of course, nothing super cool, but it was a very first step in this magic, in this amazing, this cool hobby. So like I think all of us, I start to improve my skills. I start to take a look around and taking inspiration from other people that they crafting stuff before me, or from other kind of hobbies like train hobby or like dioramas, stuff like this. But at the time, internet, we're talking about the 90s, it was a very new thing, so we don't have the same tools that we have right now. We don't have the social media, we don't have internet. So the only way to get influences from other people, it was going in shops, going in game shops, and taking a look to what the other people doing for the shop or for the gaming tables. And you know what? Oh man, I was so lucky once again, because I'm born near Firenze, near Florence, where you can still find, I think, one of the best roleplay game and board game shops in the world. Seriously, we're talking about a place that is run by people that they really love what they are doing. They really love the game. They really know, they have knowledge about the game. And we're talking about someone that they run a shop, I think for 35 years. I don't know, it's a long time. I'm talking about Stratagema. I would like to say thank you to these guys Because without these guys and my friends, of course, I never had the chance to put my hands on some, roleplay game, miniatures, dices. So thank you guys, because you opened a shop that totally changed my life. So thank you. Going ahead with this story, during the middle 90s, I quit with the crafting and with miniature painting, but I still, I continue with roleplay game, but I quit because I dedicate myself to music. I'm a rock and roll guy. I love loud music. So I start to play in the band. I start to do, it was a different period of my life, so I do different things. But around the very early 2000, I moved back on my first love, roleplay games and board games. I quit with my band. I start to play once again into roleplay game, Dungeons and Dragons, and what's the other one? Middle-earth roleplay game, Master, Cyberpunk, the Call of Cthulhu. I mean, a lot of classics, great games. And I start to play again, and I discovered once again my great love, my great passion for this hobby. So after a few years, I restart once again to paint my miniatures, to crafting my terrains, to invest a little, seriously, little amount of money in crafting tools. But the real deal, it started around 2016, probably. Yes, because as primary job, I ran in a bar. Actually, I ran in a whiskey bar in Florence. That is called Lovecraft. Yeah, and it's a whiskey bar. It's it's really unusual for the Italian market, especially for Florence. It is the capital of red wine, Chianti wine, stuff like this. But me and my business partner at the time, we was really sure that the project could be a very cool idea, and we are right. The bar is going really good, and we are so thankful, so grateful for this. Before this, I ran different bars and pubs, and for almost 12 or probably 13 years, I was in the restoration and in the bar industry. But now I totally understand that my age, I'm 48, with 3 kids, with 1 wife that I thank you mostly than the other one, because they are my passion, they are my inspiration, they are my love. So thank you. I love you. So back to the story. Yeah, I understand that working during the night, it was a little bit difficult for me with the 3 small kids. So thanks to my business partner, I had the chance to do in a different part of my job, administration and communication, graphic. I'm a graphic designer. So I start to working mostly during the day on my projects. And just before the pandemic, something happens, and I was like forced to do something, because during the pandemic, everything was closed, especially bars and restaurants. My category was really in crisis, all of us, of course, but it was a really shitty moment of my life. So I start to figure out what I can do. I was watching a video from Black Magic Craft. Jeremy is another person that I would like to say thank you for inspiring me. Thank you for giving me the first kick in the ass to start a YouTube channel. He was the first one that I totally admire as crafter, as YouTuber, as I don't like the word YouTuber, honestly. Content creator. I think it's a little bit better. But anyway, so sorry, was like, wow, this guy is so cool. He rocks. Actually, he rocks. Everything that he made on his channel was so cool, and it was so inspiring for me. So I start to follow him, of course, and one day, just after the beginning of the pandemic, watching one of his videos, I feel me ready to open my channel. And it happens 10 months ago. I don't know if it's a good goal, reach 1,000 subscribers after 10 months. I know that some people, some great crafters, they reach the same goal in probably 1 month. Other people, they never reach it. I don't know how he's, the real story back to this, but I don't care. I just wanna enjoy my hobby like Jeremy does every time that he shows us something new on his channel. So another person that I would like to say thank you is Jeremy from Black Magic Craft. Man, thank you so much. And the other crafters that usually they inspire me, like Max DM Crafting, like Devs and Dice, Devs and Dice. Don't hate me, man. It's too much name. Game Geek Scenics. I mean, there's tons. Seriously, tons. Chicken Tabletop, or I don't know. There's tons. Tabletop Witchcraft. Hell yes. There's tons of great people out there, on the web, on the tube, that they really inspire me every time, and I'm so grateful, and I would like to say thank you. So here we are. After starting the channel 10 months ago, I start to doing the same things that I usually do for myself, but in front of a camera, actually of a phone. Yes, because my technical stuff is not, super fancy. I collect my gears and tools during the last 10-15 years of the hobby, like a Proxen hot wire cutter or 3D printers. I mean, it's part of the passion, collecting games, miniatures, and tools. And one day, maybe sharing your craft, your creativity, your ideas, your love to the other people like you. Because mostly, the big, huge thanks that I would like to send outside for these 1,000 subscribers is to all of you guys. Yes, each one of you, including the people they unsubscribe, because sometimes it happens. I don't know why, but it's part of the story. Everyone that give me support, that have trust in me, that they loves the stuff that I do, that they send comments, anyone. So I would like to say thank you. I know that 1,000 is just a really small step in the YouTube world, but it's my first step. So I would like to, celebrate it with a little prize for me, for the channel, for you. And I would like to say thank you once again to all of you guys, because without you, this one, it was impossible. So I wish a great week full of fun. I wish a great week full of craft. And stay close to your families, friends, stay safe. And I see you in the next. Ciao. I totally forgot to talk with you about the next year projects, and I'm talking about Dungeons and Layers, my modular dungeon tile system. Mini Dungeons and Layers, the 20mm scale version of this resin casted, hand painted and crafted modular dungeon tile system. Furthermore, I will finish the Joe Manganiello's Harkan's Tower that I can't wait to put my hands on once again, because I have a lot of commission to finish first, but next year it will be dedicated to these two big things and more. I'm talking about Necromunda. I'm talking about probably a 20mm scale Necromunda. Yeah. And Space Hulk, also Space Hulk, or Dungeon Crawl Classics. A lot of old school roleplay games. I want to do a lot of stuff for these kind of games, retro games and old school games. I will probably work and cooperate or co-work with other content creators and other crafters. I can't say now nothing because it's a little bit early, but in the next year we will have a lot of stuff, including bolt action. I don't know if you know the World War II game, like Flames of War. Anyway, and probably if I have time, I would like to do a couple of projects dedicated to the Wild West. I don't know, spaghetti western especially. We'll see. So guys, there's a lot of things to do. We don't have too much time for doing all of those things, so stop talking and I see you soon. Ciao!